Tell us how you really feel, Megan.
Anyways, don't let society tell us what to fear.
Oh, that's a lesson.
And I think that's what this full moon in Aries is about.
Ooh, wow. Wow. I can't wait to get to our reference.
Okay.
Moon signs and storylines. Hello, astrology enthusiast.
Hello, astrology enthusiast. I'm Megan.
I'm Kimberly.
Welcome to Moon Signs
And Storylines. Here at Moon Signs and Storylines, we do things a little bit different. We take the new moons and full moons and all the aspects and explore it through stories.
The reason we do this is for novice astrologers to subtly understand astrology through story and to encourage other astrology enthusiasts to share what they would put as a reference for this upcoming full moon in Aries. So what do you see in this full moon in Aries? Just kidding.
I think we have a great reference for this full moon in Aries.
So
we had to collaborate.
This is the first time in Moon Signs and Storylines history that we're going to share a reference. During Libra season, we decided to
collaborate,
to grow, to learn.
Because collaboration is growth. Trust me.
Trust me. Yeah, collaboration is growth. The key to success, and if you want to be well-rounded and do all the signs, you have to do all the signs, and one of them is Libra, and that's collaboration, and that's sometimes tricky.
Yeah.
So you're in full witness of collaborating for the first time. So we collaborated.
We did.
So why we collaborated, we discussed the chart and we brought up certain points like the breakdown. So let's just give the audience what we broke down to get to our reference.
Okay.
So in this chart, it is the beginning of Libra season. Even though we're 14 degrees in, it's the first full moon or new moon. It's the first full moon and it's in Aries. So we got competition spirit, but we also have relating spirit in trying to be liked.
I think it's charm.
Okay. See, Libra's hard, man. Libra's hard. Write down your comments if you can describe Libra better.
Libra wants charm, everyone to get along.
So
it wants nice.
It wants nice.
Aries don't care about nice.
It wants competition. It wants physical activity. It wants to show its strength. It's physical.
You're talking about Aries, right?
Yeah. It's physical proudness. It's energy and it's passion.
The passion. One thing I want to say.
Okay.
Aries has great leadership. It's
Yeah.
all about leadership.
Yeah. And both of these are in cardinal signs, so they both are role models. But Aries strives in leadership.
Yes.
Like, it is the first sign for a reason. So in this chart, we look at the leading planet first, and the leading planet is Mars. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is in Scorpio. Whoa, man.
Yeah, talk about transformation, intensity,
depth, taboo, relating to things in a very, very deep level, like very deep. And we're putting our energy into things that aren't necessarily instantaneous like Aries wants, but Scorpio. So this is long run, strategic. It's not necessarily instant gratification like we see in Aries. But it's something that we have to deal with decades into it. Like long-term, deep, consequential stuff. Mercury is also in Scorpio right now. So this is communication in taboos. Communication into
the underbelly.
Yeah.
What we don't want to see. And then the investigator.
Yeah. And then also what Libra, the season we're in Scorpio, have in common is that they really want to relate to people. They really want to
superficial and one is deep.
Please help us with Libra. Comment below. If you ever watched our first video ever that has been deleted off of YouTube because of Luigi Mangione, we just were mean to Libras.
We don't want to be mean to Libra.
So please, and we're
We
collaborating.
really don't.
We're
We
collaborating
really-
right now. We're learning.
Because
We see our weakness.
But Libra does like nice. And that comes across very superficial at times.
Yeah. I've had friends that were like, do you guys like each other? And I was like, yeah, but we're not too nice Libra at times.
No.
But we do. We love each other.
Yes. But Libra's like, they want balance and harmony so much that
Yeah, sometimes
truth
they
is hard.
sacrifice. They're sacrificing.
See, that's so nice. They sacrifice. Where Scorpio is not gonna play nice.
Yeah, but it wants
goes
that
deep.
intimate
Yes,
connection.
it's a different kind of intimacy.
So they both long for intimate connections.
Well, Libra wants to relate, and Scorpio wants intimacy.
Yeah.
That's a better way of saying it.
And
nice way of saying it.
And then we have Mars then we have Aries exposed in the moon. So there's passion going forward in these themes of, what was Libra's good part again?
Collaboration
and harmony.
Balance.
And then with the intimacy that's craving. So there's this...
The
relating. So there is a passion going into relating, and there is a passion going into intimacy during this full moon.
And while we're talking about Libra, one of the things that Libra needs to work on is their thirst for relating. In their thirst to relating, sometimes they over-identify with other people and take over the conversation.
Oh, I think I might have just...
That's a shadow. What now?
I think I might have just done that.
No, you didn't. No, you did it. But, Libras can get a bad rap for doing that. Because it almost can feel like a one-up you. But really, they're just trying to relate.
Yeah. But this is things that are going to get exposed during this full moon that we're going. Mercury is in this deep intimacy sign of Scorpio, and it's square to Pluto. And Pluto right now is the beginning of Aquarius, so
it's retrograding.
This square between this intimacy of communication, of talking taboo, is really rubbing up against what society's views of that is.
Oh, and we see that in the world, do we not, right now?
Oh, for sure. And our reference, because we shared a reference, definitely leans on what a taboo rubbing up on society really means, and how it changes our viewpoints. And
our perspective.
Yeah. And then we have that mini grand trine right there. So together, all of these are outer planets. So together we have this collective knowledge of what we should fear, what taboo is, what deep conversation is, what deep conversation is not. And that's all gonna change.
Well, and in this
mini grand trine.
with these outer planets, they're all retrograding.
Yeah. So we're
doing more internal.
They're more internal. So our reference, we're really like looking back on when society's viewpoints changed because of one person. And we can do that again. So I feel like this mini grand trine with all these planets, outer planets in retrograde, when society is learning these lessons together, there's hope.
Who's queued up next?
Who's queued up next?
Yeah, because we're going to talk about how one single person that helped change perspective, and now we have this energy and this time. So I wonder who's queued up to show us next.
Yeah, I don't even think we need one person now. I think all of us are gonna
a collective.
Yeah, I think all of us collectively are gonna start seeing through BS more. And
there's a lot out there.
And noticing, like, remember to all the kids grew up in the 90s, remember our play structures that were just great, and we ran for them and we loved them, and then all of a sudden we're teenagers and we're babysitting kids and we're taking them to the play structure, and the city was taking them down, saying they were violent and scary. They weren't scary, but all the kids and everyone in society got taught those were scary, and all these dull play structures came.
Plastic.
Protections and
Plastic.
foam. And I, like, broke my ankle because there was no grass, and it, like, couldn't give naturally. And I was
tell us how you really feel, Megan.
Anyways, don't let society tell us what to fear.
Oh, that's a lesson.
And I think that's what this full moon in Aries is about.
Ooh, wow. Wow. I can't wait to get to our reference.
Okay, let's get to our hook. Okay, so since we have the same reference, we're going to Rochambeau to see who gets to give their hook first.
Okay.
Wait, okay, ready? Rochambeau.
You cut me.
Oh,
you get to go first.
Okay.
Lucky you.
Lucky me. Okay, we kind of gave a hook here and there, but I love my hook. So, my reference is my favorite basketball player's rival.
Oh, look at you, the rival. Do you know who the rival is?
Because competition and friends make us become better people.
Look at that. She gave me a surprise. I had no idea she had that. Okay, so my hook is not as beautifully storied as yours.
Oh, shucks.
My hook is the Aries full moon isn't just about fire. It's about fearless transformation. Think about bold, unstoppable, and ready to change the game of basketball.
And his friend.
Yes. It's magical.
So our reference for the full moon in Aries is Larry Bird's best friend. Larry Bird's biggest competition. Magic Johnson. Who doesn't love his fire and that beautiful smile that represents the Libra? But the intensity on the court is Aries, but his presence is like congenial. And that's Libra's congenial. Yeah. So,
winning smile.
I love Larry Bird. So, we'll start there. I grew up in Massachusetts in the 80s.
Oh, no wonder. I forgot about that.
Moved to California in 84, and I love Larry Bird. But I don't think I would love Larry Bird if there wasn't Magic Johnson. Mm-hmm. And Larry Bird and Magic Johnson competed against each other so much from college to the NBA that they changed basketball forever.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they met at the NBA Finals. Did I say NBA?
Yeah.
In college, the big matchup in college where it was Michigan State and Indiana. So Bird was in Indiana and Magic was in Michigan. And, of course, Michigan won.
Michigan won by 10 points.
Mm-hmm. And he said, meaning Magic said, well, I came to college to win, so now I'm ready to go to the pros. Mm-hmm. I finished my college career. I made it.
Magic Johnson got, what is it called? Picked number one in 79.
The number one draft.
No, 79 draft. Bird, got picked in the 78 draft, and the Celtics had to wait a year to even wait for him to graduate. So, sorry, Magic fans.
Yeah.
Bird. Anyways, but these two competed all throughout their careers. But what made Magic Johnson beautiful and magical was his smile, his charisma, his willingness to try to be Larry Bird's friend. And Larry Bird was like, I ain't friends with nobody. Larry Bird is not the Libra.
No.
He's not who we're talking about. He's mean.
Oh, he's not mean. It's just a really tough competitor, and he wasn't emotion. I mean, he didn't show emotion. But the thing that was really cool about Magic Johnson, he was 6'9", was it? Or 6'8"?
I want to say 6'9".
Yeah.
He was a point guard.
Yeah, he was a point guard. No one's 6'8", 6'9" are point guards. They're usually 6'1", 6'2". But he could play point guard. He could see the court. So he threw these passes behind his back with that winning smile. He could just see. He was amazing. And That has never happened. And it just, when he got into the NBA and he went to the Lakers, he just woke up. It became entertainment.
Yeah.
That's when entertainment really started with basketball.
And then all of a sudden, Bird and Magic showed up, and they competed against each other. They had strife against each other. But these two compete against each other to make them the ultimate basketball players. But if you want to talk about charm and you want to talk about Libra energy, we're going to talk about Magic. So this is why we chose Magic Johnson.
In short, Magic Johnson embodied this chart. He's someone who turned his fearless courage, which is full moon in Aries, truth-telling, which is Mercury with the Pluto, and service to humanity, which is the North Node, South Node axis, and to a legacy of healing, leadership, and transformation, the Pluto, Neptune, Uranus patterns.
If you don't know Magic Johnson's story, he had to quit the NBA because he got diagnosed with HIV. So back in...
this is the early 90s.
Back in the 90s, it was such a faux pas, and people thought it was something
Death sentence.
That only homosexuals got. And here, this very charismatic, very well-loved man of all man's athletes got
HIV,
and it shocked the world.
Shocked
the world. It shocked his friends. It shocked
anyone who loved basketball. Well, not even people that love basketball. It was just stunning to hear. However, he was not, even though he was a wonderful basketball player, and even though he didn't drink or do drugs, he womanized. There were a lot of women throwing themselves at him.
So this is an era where it wasn't frowned upon to be a womanizer.
No, it was the 80s and the early 90s.
So it was frowned upon to party too much, to not, like, to...
Everyone did it.
To be unhealthy, and no one thought that Magic Johnson's lifestyle was unhealthy, was anything except for very manly. And
the sex orgies, he had a lot of those.
That's what made sex orgies like become like, oh, this might not be a good idea. And it made straight men realize that they can't be whores. They can't just...
And it kind of scared everyone.
It scared everyone, and he changed...
I'm sure that all the NBA players started thinking, oh, did he bleed on me? Did he sweat on me? Because we didn't know. I mean, they thought if you kissed someone with HIV that you would get it. There were so many unknowns.
And he's still alive today, Magic Johnson. And
doing great.
He never gave HIV to any other basketball players.
And his wife was clean.
And manly men realized, but just had too much sex, and that should be frowned upon, and you shouldn't really be a womanizer,
very
too.
Promiscuous. Be a little bit careful with for it. But also... I mean, his wife was pregnant and the baby was clean. They did testing. So he started the conversation. He changed how we saw HIV.
Yeah, he really stood up with bravery to talk about
and grace.
Such a taboo. And he leaned on his friends, and he leaned on his popularity of Libra to change the conversation about HIV and even how you get it and what you should be aware of too.
And he taught us it was not a death sentence,
Yeah, he really did.
Before that. So he did a lot of work with the HIV/AIDS awareness and prevention that really brought some healing to the world. Because prior to that, the people that had HIV really hid in the corners of the universe.
Yeah, people were afraid to shake hands with people that had AIDS. People were afraid to speak in close contact with people that had AIDS. And Magic Johnson really shed a light on
the truth of HIV.
Yeah, not to be afraid of it.
Right.
Hopefully with this mini grand trine, collectively we can learn what we fear that's silly, that Magic Johnson showed us what we shouldn't be afraid of. And we can find that in this current moment and not be so scared of
Yeah,
this.
the truth will be revealed, that what people tell us may not be the full truth.
Yeah, and then not to be scared of things that we're like, oh, that's fearful. So maybe don't be afraid of your neighbor that has a different ideology than you. You know, something as silly as that. Like, before in the AIDS epidemic, if someone shook your hands, you're going to get it, and now we know that's not true. So if you do have a conversation with someone that doesn't see things as you, it's not contagious. You can still have your own point of view.
Right.
I promise
Very
you.
good point. Very good point.
How we can learn through astrology and through Magic Johnson about energies of this full moon in Aries.
So the leading planet of this full moon is Mars. Mars so happens to be in Scorpio. So let's talk about Mars and Scorpio.
It's intense, man.
It's intense. It's strategic. It plays the long game.
It plays a long game. And when we look at the full moon in Aries and we look at Magic Johnson, he had the long game in view when he thought about his competition with Larry Bird, but life gives us other things. He did not think of his long view in health that he had to once he contracted HIV. And then that became apparent to him. That became exposed.
Yes, and so then he had to figure out how he was going to move in the world. What a difference was he going to make? He made a difference in basketball, so how was he going to make a difference in the world?
He definitely did.
And he stepped up.
He definitely stepped up.
With grace and dignity, and he always held his head up high.
Yeah.
He did not go bow and shame. That is the boldness and fierceness of Aries, as well as Mars and Scorpio.
Yeah. Yeah, there's bravery in Magic Johnson, and we see that when he stepped up to talk about and to let the world know that he was quitting basketball because of HIV, and he didn't hide it. Like, he didn't put other people in harm. Right away, he was a spokesperson to his condition. And he did it because he had the public's attention, and he had the public's love too. And with that,
and he had fierceness on the court, guys. He had intensity, which is that Mars and Scorpio, that intensity, that drive to win. He really wanted to win, but he also included his teammates with those unbelievable passes. So that was the Libra part of it as well.
Yeah, if you want to do a basketball references, the Lakers were known for like their fast, hard drives, and he was the one that did it. He just pushed forward, he pushed passionately, and it was all his style of basketball was all force, drive, passes, and then teammates pushing forward.
Yeah. So how can we use this energy on this full moon? I say instead of rushing, strategize. With that Mars and Scorpio. Trust your intuition and anticipate challenges before they happen. Stay focused. Don't waste your energy on petty battles.
Interesting.
So the next aspect is Mercury and Scorpio squaring Pluto and Aquarius at 0 and 1 degrees. Magic had a piercing insight and transformation, and he had a great communication. His HIV announcements, he spoke openly, honestly. So I think that we can use this energy by speaking our truth, even when it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? Our words can shift perspective. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
So I think that's powerful. And don't shy away from deep connection.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with Kimberly completely. I think Magic Johnson had the scariest thing to come out and tell the public about, and his teammates, especially during a time when they did not know what was going to happen.
Or understand it.
And we are in Libra season, and if you bring up Magic Johnson, you have to bring up Cookie Kelly Johnson. his partner since college.
Stuck by him.
He had to tell her too while she's pregnant that he had HIV.
Tough stuff, y'all.
Can you imagine that? That is a complete example of Pluto in Aquarius square to Mars, square to Mercury in Scorpio. So he's not even just telling his Libra partner, he's telling the world.
Because Scorpio, like I said, it is about the underbelly of life. Mm-hmm. And this was an underbelly moment that he had to communicate. But he also did it with confidence and kindness and grace he gave to himself. Y'all, that's a lesson that we need to learn. Because how many times have we fallen down on smaller things?
Yeah, seriously. Like, I have fallen down on such smaller things than Magic Johnson had to do. He had, like, imagine, like, so Pluto in Aquarius is the community and our society transforming. And
he did.
He did by telling the world his taboos, so they weren't taboos anymore. They were part of our normal lives. He was
healing.
Yeah, he was part of everyone's daily life, and then this happened to him, and he put in what it is to live with HIV for people to relate to. This is Libra. For people to understand and have someone to identify with. And he's still alive, so he's
still going strong.
He's striving, man. And that's that Mars in Scorpio, that longevity.
Right,
too.
right. Okay, so let's look at the mini trine. Would include the outer planets, all retrograding. This is big picture energy, guys. It's a turning point of truth and collective vision.
With the outer planets all hitting each other, this is all of us having this experience together. And we can take Magic Johnson's story about how he transformed society to think not so harshly about people that have HIV. So collectively, what can we do together that will make things like what we thought of in the late 80s and early 90s about HIV.
Right.
To be not so scary.
Yeah.
You know?
So
what is our fear that we're so scared of?
Right. And I also say think about others, not just about yourself.
Yeah.
This is about the collective. So.
Oh, I love that.
Because he knew that he had AIDS, but he also knew that he had a goal. Because he was goal-oriented. So he had to figure out how he was going to tell the world in such a way to give hope.
Yeah.
So he thought about the impact it would have on everyone. He didn't just think about himself. He thought the impact on what was going to happen in the world and how he announced it would have impact. So, an influence.
Yeah, seriously.
And it would have a ripple effect. Because these outer planets have ripple effects. So whatever we put out in the world, how we handle ourselves, will have a ripple effect in the world. And with the planets in retrograde, it's a reflection. It's a time to look at our old beliefs and rewrite the narrative.
Yeah. So
like Magic Johnson did. And then let's look at Venus and Virgo, sextile and Jupiter in Cancer. How I saw that, it gives us a nurturing love, generosity, and action. And Magic's devotion to his family, his community, and all of his things he does in the world, his nonprofits, showing love through practical care and generous giving, giving back to the community. We can use this energy by showing love in the little things, the acts of care that matters in the world. Share your abundance, because generosity multiplies. Let service and compassion guide your choices.
So that's beautiful. Yeah. And Magic definitely showed that. And you can even see that same energy, but how his peers did it for him.
Right.
So you can see that in his relationship
camaraderie.
With camaraderie. You can see that with his relationship with his longtime girlfriend Cookie and how she stood by him.
And he took care of her.
And And you can see that with how his teammates and the the best team ever in 1992 that went to the Olympics weren't afraid to play with him, and they stood around him, and they went to the Olympics with him. And you can just see the support. So we have Jupiter in Cancer. That's very love. That's very community oriented. That's when you show up to people that you love. And Magic did that with the HIV community. And then since he was so charming and since he had so much Libra energy, his friends and family did that to him when he was in need too.
Right.
And it is sextile to Venus. And he definitely changed the world's values.
Absolutely.
About how they shed light as well and how they turned up and cared for Magic Johnson.
Yeah. And while we're talking about Venus, it conjuncts the South Node in Virgo.
Yeah.
But then opposes the North Node in Pisces. So how are we going to work this out? I see that as like karmic love, lessons in service, and a path forward towards compassion. Magic's past, which was the South Node in Virgo, rooted in discipline, routine, and service. But his new growth, which is the North Node in Pisces, called him toward deeper compassion, faith, and a soulful connection with others when he had to speak of the truth. We can use this energy by noticing old patterns of love and service that we get stuck in, that doesn't work for us. Balance practicality, Virgo, with spirit, Pisces, and release the need for perfection in relationships. Move towards compassion, forgiveness, and soul-led love.
Interesting. Yeah.
And then the next thing I saw was Jupiter and Cancer squaring Chiron in Aries. That is all about growth through wounds. And he did that. He was legendary on that one.
Yeah, that's why we chose him.
Yeah. So Magic had to fear vulnerability and a stigma, public stigma, while using the challenge to educate and empower others, which is the Chiron,
in Aries.
So we can use this energy by not hiding our wounds. Use them as teachers. Turn our personal pain into wisdom that helps the collective. And remember, your greatest challenge can spark your greatest growth.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I definitely hear what Kimberly said, and I feel like that's why we chose Magic Johnson. I would say perfect. The aspects that
he had to tell his wounds to the public.
He had to tell his wounds to the public.
He didn't have to. He chose to. That's what made him so beautiful.
He could have just hid and went away, but
I would want to do that.
I would want to do that too.
So, kudos to Magic for that.
Kudos to Magic. The only other aspects I want to bring up that Kimberly did not was Pluto hits 0. Every time Pluto hits an aspect, it's exactly at point on this chart. And what are we talking about but community transformation? And who did that in the early 90s? Magic Johnson. So Pluto right now has a 0 degrees sextile to Neptune, 0 degrees trine to Uranus, 0 degrees square to Mercury. It is 0 degrees quintile, semi-sextile to the sun, moon, and the nodes. So everywhere Pluto touches is like, ow!
Because 0 degrees is a power degree too.
Yeah, this is an orb. The orb is, they're so tight, it's like on top of. So I would say the leading planet of this chart is not only Mars, but I would say it's also Pluto. So we're talking about someone.
Well, the Mars is in Scorpio. And Pluto rules Scorpio. So there you go.
Double layers. There's layers on top of this full moon. When we talk about Magic Johnson, he had to stand up for the taboos of the time. He had to say, everyone loves me. Libra, look at me. I'm so charming. I'm so beautiful. I'm so athletic. I am compassionate. I want to be Larry Bird's friend really, really bad. You know, how could you not love that right there?
Go on.
But he had to communicate, square Pluto, Mercury square Pluto, and tell the world that he got contracted with a disease. He had to sextile Pluto's sextile to Neptune. He had to find the compassion of the world, and he did. Trine Uranus, he had to change the world's idea
in a moment.
Which
is, when I think of Uranus, anything with Uranus, I think suddenly. The word suddenly comes up.
And people back then thought that HIV was in this like drug haze, homosexual phase, and Magic Johnson was not that. He did not party hard. He did not do drugs.
Oh, he partied hard. He just didn't do drugs and alcohol.
He did women hard, but back in that day, that wasn't partying hard. That was being a manly man.
Yeah, but he liked the discos of LA.
Yeah. So, but back in the day, that wasn't like.
But he wasn't a drinker.
He wasn't a drinker. He was almost like. What, a poster child of manhood.
Oh,
so a poster child of manhood to get HIV back then.
And that winning smile. Oh my goodness.
It was radical for society to take. And it was radical for society to take that having open sex with many women was bad for you.
Yeah. So my closing thoughts. I'll tell mine, and then you tell your closing thoughts.
Okay.
So my closing thoughts, I've written them down, sorry. The Aries full moon invites us to play bold, to live fearless, and transform our struggles into strength. Just like Magic Johnson used his fire, his focus, and vision to change not only the game of basketball, but the collective conversations around vulnerability and courage. We too are called to rise. The chart reminds us our power isn't only in winning. It is in how we use our fire to inspire, to heal, and to leave a legacy bigger than ourselves.
We definitely did that.
All of that, yes.
We can do that too. My final thoughts are Magic Johnson is the archetype hero's journey at the Aries full moon.
Yes.
We step onto level 1, because it's right after the eclipse, not to fight alone, but to learn how competition, collaboration, and courage transforms the world.
Absolutely. Thank you, Magic Johnson.
Thank you, Magic Johnson.
And if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. What were you going to say?
And Cookie Johnson. And Larry Bird.
Yeah. She has had them all in there. So if you like this video, hit like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notice of our next videos that are coming up. We have more coming up. We're going to talk about how this full moon is going to touch each zodiac sign, so look out for that one.
It's fun.
And remember, today is a new day and a new opportunity to make this world a better place. Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
If you watched the whole thing, please put an emoji in the comments.
Yes.
And share.
Yes.